that's what I want to hear as the output. Not me, but the audience wants to hear and to hear what you feel about this. So think about this when you practice. Okay. If you have more time, we can go. Yes. Okay. So we come to the second dirty chord, and then something starts to happen. Something very common for compositions. They are shortened. There's no more, again, the whole piece, all this, long, but they start shortening. What feeling that creates? Like more drama. Something's going to speeding up. Something's going to happen, and then it happens. Okay, can you show me now with all this vision? We'll start playing all this introduction until the theme. I will not stop. Feels you better to learn the score, memorize the score like this. I find always easier to memorize the score if you put on your feelings to your feelings.
We have more pianists as well. Now before, who is next? Who would like to play next? While they decide.
Really quick, when you get a free lesson from like this, the answer is me. You step in front of the other people. I'm serious. I think that's the right answer.
Just don't be afraid.
Put their hands together. It's something that should occur much later on. But most of the time, separate those and continue on by memory. You feel total control. Then you work into it. So put all the little concepts she gave you in one hand and hold it. It's easier to manage. Because otherwise you get distracted by trying to play the notes. And you have too much information. Is somebody else ready to play? Who is next? You're next. You're next. Okay, she's next.
Nice job.
chose this music? You like it? You seem to like it a lot.
So, I don't know, I
Why
just
they
really,
should perform it or learn it?
I really like the energy of this piece. I don't know, I feel like there's so much power in the aggression, and there's also so much like, there's also moments where it's so like intimate and quiet, but then there's these really powerful, aggressive punches in there. So I like the versatility with the emotion. I think that's just what drew me so much to this piece.
And who is the composer?
Rachmaninoff.
Can you tell them something about the composer?
So,
How many of you know Rachmaninoff? How many of you play Rachmaninoff? One? Okay. Do you think more people should play Rachmaninoff?
I mean, this was my first Rachmaninoff piece, so
Would you
I
recommend
would
it?
say so. Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes a lot of like emotional investment, but I think I really enjoyed playing Rachmaninoff. So.
So Rachmaninoff for the piano repertoire is one of the most important composers, right? Anything you can say about Rachmaninoff that they to get them excited or about this piece? Do you know when he composed it? Now that's one thing, you should make that a rule with yourself. When you touch a piece of music, you have to know everything about that composer as much as possible, and especially of this piece of music. This piece of music connects exactly to who you are right now, and at the stage of your life. Rachmaninoff composed it. It was exactly 100 years before the first competition of our Iblagan Prize. So this was composed end of May, June 1892. And the reason it connects with you is because it was his first composition when he graduated. So he was a student, just graduated, and he composed this piece. Do you know the names this piece has been called, has subtitles? Do you know any of the subtitles? Because, this piece has had a life of its own, has become so famous. It's one of the most famous pieces of Rachmaninoff. So famous that Rachmaninoff himself hated it because he performed it many times in the United States, and he could perform anything, right? Amazing music. But at the end, the audience wanted always this one. It was called the Bells of Moscow, or some people call it the Last Day of Judgment. You know, has biblical, evocations. So it's a major piece in the life of Rachmaninoff, of their creative success, but made him also feel miserable. He was tired of this American tour or European tour, and every night they asked him the tour to get as well as possible. So this is the relationship between Rachmaninoff and this piece. Now, something else about this music that you feel, because you spoke about energy, right? Can we play it again and feel this? There is a lot of energy, right? But there are layers of energy, right? In this, particularly, the layers are clear. You know, they're not confused. Can you share with them these levels of energy? We start from the beginning. Choose one of the lines of the energy. You choose whatever you want. Now, you're giving us two layers. Can we choose one?
What do you mean? Like,
Let's try to think about it. Right? We say there is layers of energy superimposed. Minimum there is two, but there is more than two. Let's say two are visible. Can we share with them one of these lines?
oh, so like between the.
Just one line of energy. You choose where the flow goes. You start from it, right? You want to start here, start. This leads to where?
First chord.
The chord note. That's another layer. See
So,
that?
so it brings.
See, continues. You see
Oh,
that?
so it
You
goes-
see? And that's another line of energy, right? So let's continue. Give us this one. Because when we hear music many times, there are different layers, right? That if we are not aware of all these layers, we miss them and we get confusion, right? So right now, because we are new to these, some of us never heard this piece before, right? So you should train us to listen to your beats. And this is the first way. Give us one layer at a time. Let's see what happens in this layer. Now, you know this is my memory, right? I would recommend that these layers are you have to do by memory as well. Be able in your memory to several things. What you have heard up to now, we call it basso ostinato. Do you know what that is? Ostinato, basso ostinato. It's a bass that repeats itself with an obsession. Obsession means an obsession. There's a bass that is obsessed in repeating itself. That's where it's called like the last day of judgment. So where these inspirations come from the music structure. There is a music structure there that is.
So it's like the church bells. It's like my private lesson teacher is telling me.
I don't know if they're still church bells. We don't know, right? Because are those the bells or something else? We don't know. They could be. They could be. But right now we are trying to figure out what's going on in this piece. And there is this major bass that keeps repeating. When you played it before, maybe some of us, we couldn't hear this, right? We couldn't hear there was the same thing in the bass. Same notes, so like, now let's do the other layer of energy, which is look. Beat, 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 piano, 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 3 times piano. At the time Rachmaninoff, you couldn't write more than 2 times piano. To write 3 times means there was, can you see what it is? You prefer not to play, than to play. And to find that sound between non-sound and sound. You can use your left pedal, help yourself. You can play slowly, do it slowly. Too loud, too loud, too loud. No, that was the other layer. Doesn't belong to this. Okay, we cannot have a mess of emotions. Right now, these emotions have to be separated. Then you put them together. When we mature, we can handle more emotions at the same time. But when we are young and we are putting things together, one emotion is plenty. You cannot get upset with your mother and your father at the same time. You lose your fight. One fight at a time. Pick up your fight. That's very exciting. Very soft. Don't worry about wrong notes, don't worry. Only colors, we have to get colors very nice. Okay, now in between these notes there is silence. Not just silence. He writes silence, right? So it means what? You have to breathe. Breathe. Say it again. Breathe. There was another breath there. Big on the beginning of the breath. Okay, say it again. Remember you start with a breath. The beginning of the phrase is actually a breath. It's not breath. Okay, go. Breathe. People have to hear that. For example, when Paolo performs, one thing I like about when he performs, you can hear breathing and singing. Nothing better than a pianist, any musician, because I mean, if you are a flutist, you cannot do that, right? But if you are a violinist, it's kind of a problem. But they still do it. But in a pianist, you're free. You can even dance while you're playing. Everything is possible to you. Your body is free. Feel those